Hey everybody, this is Jenny, and I thought I would do a June, July wrap-up, I guess. I didn't really read that many books for the month of June, and especially for the month of July, so I'm just gonna put them together. And also I have a special unboxing that I cannot wait to unbox. So let's get started. In no particular order, I read The Court of Mist and Fury following ACOTAR, and I have to say Sarah J Maas is a genius, and I cannot wait to start reading her other series, which is The Throne of Glass. But of course I have so many other books I need to read, and I keep telling myself that, Jenny, you should not buy any more new books until you finish, at least read half of what you have. So that needs to be done before I can go on and purchase books. So yeah, but basically I do love this book. I give it a 5 out of 5. This was way better than ACOTAR, and for A Course of Thorns and Roses, like, I really like that book a lot too. I think I gave that a 5. And like there's some things about some things that now thinking about I realize and how this is. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I thought Tamlin was like the guy, and then I realized, like, when you're sacrificing for the person you love, are you really gonna just sit there and just stare at them and break down inside while you just watch them, like, get tortured and almost die after every, I don't know, you know? And then after reading this book, it's like, Tamlin who? What the heck? You know, like, Rhysand, I think that's his name. Like he gave her space in the beginning. He knew what they were together, but then he didn't want to step on her toes. He wanted her to figure out kind of in her own way, or herself. You know, he doesn't want to force her into anything. And then, like, that's the kind of guy you want to be with. You know, none of those Disney guys, like Aladdin was a thief, freaking Beauty and the Beast, like, Stockholm Syndrome much. And then there's what you call it? Then there was Eric, who was getting on with another girl. Like, when you look at, like, all the Disney characters, like the princes, there's a lot of, like, there's something wrong with them. Tamlin is one of those people. Like they're good, but then deep down when you look, like, when you really look, there's something wrong with them. But Rhysand, no, I don't see anything wrong. I think he is the kind of guy, you know, he's a nice guy. Like, he is totally before all else. That's what Bae is, right? Before all else. I'm sorry, I'm not very hip. I'm an old lady. So this whole Bae thing is like, I don't know, but it's before all else, right? Before all else, Bae. Yes. And then the ending, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I'm so glad something happened. Like, I really but at the same time, it's like, what? And then I have to wait until next year, 2017, for the next book to happen. What if I don't live that long? See, that's like my problem in life, is that when there's a series of something and I have to wait for it, I'm thinking in my head, what if I'm gonna die? Like, do you guys think about that? Like, what if you don't live long enough to experience that? It's like, I don't know. I also read The Darkest Mind by Alexandra Bracken. I heard this is gonna be a movie or a TV series. I'm not sure, but that's pretty cool. I really like it. There are some things that kind of annoyed me, but it was a good book. I think I give it a 4 out of 5, mostly because I did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it, and I kind of, like, read and also listened to Audible book, but yeah, I like it. It's nice. It's basically about these kids with superpowers, and kids with superpowers totally freaked out the adults, and the adults told them, you know what, we're scared of these people. They're something that we don't know anything about. We're just gonna put them together and, you know, do a genocide. Something like that, right? I don't know. I don't know if I'm like explaining it right. But Ruby is one of the main characters who escaped her camp, and I guess she's just trying to find who she is. And then I think I'm on the second book right now, and on the second book she joins a group of people, and her goal at the moment is to also help other kids like her in other camps to escape. So I'm also listening to that in Audible book as well. And I'm also listening, what am I listening to? Vampire Academy, because I watched the movie Vampire Academy like a few weeks ago, and I was like, wow, this is interesting, and I'm kind of sad that they didn't do part 2, but I'm not going to pick up the books because I have no space for it, so I'm going to listen to it through the Audible book. So, yes. Also, the next book I was able to read in the month of June is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, and I did enjoy this book a lot. I learned a lot as well. I was thinking there would be more romance involved, but I mean, there was romance, but it wasn't heavy like you would think other romance books are. But it does touch base with the whole self-suicide thing. And I don't want to get into that topic because I know that topic's pretty sensitive to a lot of people. But it does make you think about it, you know? It makes you think that it's not exactly your life. It's their life, and that's something that they have to deal with for the rest of their lives. And it should be their choice. But again, you know, whose opinion does it matter? Like, I know it's a touchy subject, but in a way, like me working in a healthcare facility or in the healthcare industry in general, it really hits home. So, yeah. So that was what I read in the month of June. In the month of July, I only read this. Oh my god, you guys. So I just finished filming. And I realized when I was talking about the Shadowhunter series, like the book that I read in regards to Shadowhunter series, I had this book out, like, to show you guys, like, this is what I read, this is what I read. I have not even read this book yet. This is the book I want to read next in the series. The book I actually read is The City of Fallen Angels. Fallen Angel. I was wondering, because when I was like looking at my viewfinder, when I was showing you guys this, I was like, I don't remember seeing that. But really, for real though, now this time it's City of Fallen Angels. City of Fallen Angels. City of Fallen Angels. Okay, so that's it. Peace. I don't know why it took me so long to read this book. And I only gave this book like 3 out of 5 stars. And I think the only reason why I did that, not because it wasn't well written, it's very well written. And this book made me love Simon, made me love Isabel, made me appreciate more of Magnus, and oh my god, I just totally, Alec, relationship with one another. And I'm a little annoyed, as always. I feel like I'm always annoyed with Clary and Jace. I'm like, there's so many names. But the other characters, like, this book totally made me appreciate those characters more, make me want to know more about those characters versus the first 3 books. It was just all about Jace and Clary. like, oh, I don't care about the other characters, I really just want to know about Jason and Claire, I want to know what's going on. But in this book, starting on the 4th book, I realized like wow, there's other characters that are actually really good, and I like their character development. I like their thoughts, and I like their action, and, you know, I just appreciate those characters a lot more in this book. But it wasn't as exciting, maybe because I read this after the first 3 books, and as well, especially after reading the Infernal Devices, like, yeah, so I'm trying to get into the next book after this, but I don't want to be in a slump. I don't want to slow down my reading because I really want to read at least 50 books this year. And so right now, what am I reading right now? I am reading The Night Circus, which is beautifully written, by the way. I don't know if I like it, but it is beautifully written, very beautifully written. I'm a little confused here and there sometimes because it just jumps from places to places and points of views and stuff like that, but it is very well written, and I do like it so far, but I don't know if I'm gonna love it or like it in the end, like as a whole book. But yeah, so far these are the 4 books I've read for the month of June and July. Also, now I have this, what you're waiting for. And it's what I've been waiting for. It's what everyone's been waiting for, and a lot of them got them yesterday. But because I have Amazon, sometimes they don't really ship on Sundays. So, oh my god, I just opened it. Okay, let's open it together. This is what I'm looking at, okay? Oh my god! Oh my god! That is just so cool. Like, sorry, can you see? Can you see? Oh, this is so pretty. Rowling, Tiffany Thorne. Based on an original news story by J.K. Rowling, John Tiffany, and Jack Thorne. A new play by Jack Thorne. Special rehearsal edition script. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Part 1 and 2. So, oh, these are the writers, as you can see. And oh, the book, the black looks nice. The 8th story, 19 years later. Let's see what it looks like naked. Probably just looks, you know. Very nice. I wonder what makes this special, because it says special rehearsal edition script. So. And just part 1 and 2. That's it. Okay. I can't wait. I just started The Night Circus, but I think I'm gonna drop that to read this because this is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for this book for a long time. The moment I heard about it, it's not a long time. Since I heard that it was gonna come out, that's how long I've been waiting for it. So yes, I'm so excited, I'm so happy, and you know, I know a lot of you guys got this book, so happy reading, y'all, and I will see you guys. I don't want to say when I'm going to see you, because honestly, I'm not interested in doing tags, and a lot of people's, especially booktubers videos, are tags, because I mean, other than that, what is there? Hauls and book reviews and wrap-ups, and I'm not really good at reviews. I'm not very good at speaking very well about my opinions or my thoughts, and I'm not good at any of that. But I've been spending a lot of money on makeup. Like I used to be into that not that long ago, like last year, and like on booktube, and that kind of got on hold. But I do love makeup a lot, and like I have a lot of makeup. Maybe I'm thinking of doing reviews on those, like I don't know. But anyways, I shall see you next time, you guys. Peace out.